Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the books that I read in February. In Feb, I read the Dreamland Billionaire series, and the series has 3 books. Dreamland is like the Disney of their universe. They are in the business of fantasy movies, theme parks, streaming services, and things like that. When the CEO of that company dies, his inheritance is to be distributed amongst his 3 grandsons. But he has put some conditions for them to get that inheritance, otherwise their share of inheritance will go to their father, who is like a very lame villain of the series. The first book of the series is The Fine Print, and it revolves around Rowan, the youngest grandson, and Zara, an employee at Billionaire. To get his share of inheritance, Rowan is given the task to renovate a portion of Dreamland theme parks. And for this, he invites ideas and proposals from everybody, and Zara's proposal gets selected. And they have to come together to make the fine print of the renovation, hence the name of the book. I guess they were supposed to fall in love while working on the project, but the problem with the book was that they both kissed almost in the beginning of the book, which brought the stakes very low and I think made their love story a bit shallow. I mean, you guys just kissed. Why are you still wondering whether the other person likes you or not? In my opinion, this book had a lot of potential because I like the chemistry between Scott and Zara. I didn't tell you about Scott. Rowan loved to draw, but his father didn't let him because apparently drawing is too lame for rich people. So he stopped drawing, but he pretended to be some other person, Scott, and he made some drawings for the project. Rowan as Scott used to have a lot of faceless but real and organic conversations with Zara, and I liked those portions. But otherwise, there were a lot of boring portions in the book. The inner monologues, and there were a lot of inner monologues. They were repetitive and made the book quite boring. And this might be an unpopular opinion, but I found the protagonists a little annoying, especially Zara, because she was supposed to be confident and quirky, but she came out as rude because nobody talks to their boss like that. I know that I'm a corporate girl myself. I give this book 2 stars just for Scott and Zara portion. The second book of the series is Terms and Conditions, and it revolves around Declan, who is the oldest grandson, and to get his share of inheritance he has to marry and have a child within 2 years, otherwise his share of inheritance will go to his father. So he enters into a contract marriage with his secretary Iris. But obviously they fall in love for real and live a happily ever after. Like the first book, I didn't like the protagonist of this book. Declan, I think, had no personality. We were told again and again that he is a very mean boss, instead of showing us instances where he was mean. So I think this was lazy writing. Zara, don't get me started on Zara. She was virtue signaling so hard. She told Declan multiple times that she was marrying him out of friendship to save his inheritance, but she was also taking millions of money for him for doing that. So why are you acting so high and mighty? Also, she said that she loves children and would like to have a van full of them. On the other hand, she is ready to have a child with a guy who doesn't even want to be present for that child. So what kind of mother are you planning to be for those van full of children? Although it is a marriage of convenience, they are very comfortable with each other since the beginning of their fake marriage. There is no awkwardness, which takes away the charm of this trope. I mean, what's up K-dramas? They do it so much better. I give this book 1.5 stars. The third book of the series is The Final Offer, and it revolves around Calvin. He used to be an athlete, but because of an unfortunate accident, he became an addict. So to get his share of inheritance, he has to spend a summer in his lake house and then has to sell it. But when he reaches there, he finds out that his childhood sweetheart, whom he had abandoned years ago, also lives there and claims the ownership of the house. Not just that, she has a daughter named Cammy who might be his. This book is about second chances. Although I did like the chemistry between Cammy and Cal, but I felt like nothing much significant happened in the entire book. Although the identity of Cammie's biological father could have been a suspense factor in the book, but that was also revealed very early. So I didn't enjoy the book that much. I give this book 2 stars just for Cal and Cammie. The next book that I read is Chicken Soup for the Soul because it promised to make me laugh out loud. But unfortunately, I found just a couple of them funny. A few of them were amusing and most of them were just bland. A few of them were very disturbing also. I mean, there was a story about a couple. They had a combined closet and the wife thought that the husband's stuff was taking too much space. So she moved all his clothes in a almirah in the hall, and after the shower, the husband had to walk there naked to get dressed. But to his horror, they had guests and everybody saw him buck naked, and the wife thought that it was very, very funny. But I personally think that it was very disturbing. My husband will actually leave me if I ever do something like that. So they were the kind of stories that you had to be there to find it funny. And in my opinion, if you imagine old people reading those stories, then you will find it more amusing. I mean, has it ever happened to you that when old people tell stories, even the simple stories feel more amusing, more entertaining, more soulful? So it was like that. I give this book 2 stars and I will not recommend it. Then I read Get Shit Done by Ankur Warikoo. और अंकुर वारुकू एक बहुत ही सक्सेसफुल यूट्यूबर है जो फाइनेंस रिलेटेड और बजटिंग या फिर मनी रिलेटेड एडवाइस देते हैं. तो मुझे लगा कि ये बुक पढ़नी चाहिए, बट आई डिड नॉट लाइक दिस बुक. आउट ऑफ ऑल द सेल्फ हेल्प बुक्स आई हैव एवर रेड, दिस वाज द वर्स्ट. ये एक्चुअली बुक जैसी लगी नहीं रही थी. देयर वाज नो स्ट्रक्चर इन इट, देयर वर नो एनेक्डोट्स इन इट. ऐसा लग रहा था कि बस एक वो जो होता है ना, दिमाग में कोई भी अच्छी कोट्स आती हैं तो आप किसी नोटबुक में लिख लेते हो. इट लुक्स लाइक ब्रेन डंप नोटबुक कि कुछ भी दिमाग में आया उनके और उन्होंने लिख दिया. देयर वाज नो पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रक्चर. ऑल्दो चैप्टर्स अलग अलग डिफाइंड थे, लेकिन फिर भी मुझे उसको पढ़ने में कोई फ्लो नहीं आया क्योंकि मैंने उनकी यूट्यूब वीडियोस नहीं देखी है. मुझे लग रहा था कि ये इस बंदे की बात सुननी भी चाहिए क्या. तो ऑल्दो आई नो कि अब वो ऐसे नहीं है, अब उन्होंने काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस गेन कर लिया और बहुत कुछ अचीव कर लिया है लाइफ में, बट स्टिल ये बुक मुझे उतना वर्थ इट नहीं लगी एंड आई विल नॉट रिकमेंड इट. आई विल गिव इट 0.5 stars unfortunately. Although मेरी इससे बहुत ज़्यादा hopes थी, but seriously I didn't like this book. That's it for today guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it and I hope it was useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you'd like to watch more videos like this, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.